What is up, you guys? I hope y'all are having a great day. It's another beautiful summer day here in Ohio. And as always, we got some grass to mow. We haven't had rain in forever though, so everything is super dry. I think we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow, so that'll green everything up a bit. But yeah, let's hop on the mower and get to work. So as you know, we've got projects, a lot of projects. Instead of just talking about the projects, let's get started on some of these projects. So I think what we're gonna do is make a list of everything that needs done and just start knocking things off the list. And not just a personal list, this is a list that I want you guys to be able to see and keep me held accountable for. This is gonna be a big list. Alright, so what's at the top of my list? The KX100. Why is the KX250 at the top of the list? Because I want to go trail riding. I need a trail bike, summer's going by fast, and we need to get this thing going so we can start hitting the trails and get to progressing. So what needs done to the 250? Suspension. So originally I thought I was going to have the suspension reworked through completely, but now that I sit on it, I think it's just the sag that needs adjusted. And I believe it has a lowering link as well, which we'll need to get rid of. So we'll look at that here in a sec, but I might try to just adjust the sag, and we'll ride it a couple times and at least see what it feels like. The front master needs rebuilt. So one of the last times I was riding it, the front brake line was rubbing on the spokes and it eventually wore through, busted the brake line, and it sat without fluid in the master cylinder for months. I mean, years at this point. So I have a new brake line installed, and the last time I tried to bleed it, it would not build pressure. So I just think the seals are worn out in the master. We'll rebuild the master, we'll get that bled, the front brakes will be good, and honestly we can ride it as is. But leads me to my next point, which I already actually have. It came in last week. The flywheel weight. The flywheel weight is a must for this bike on the trails. That's really what's gonna make it capable on the trails. My buddy MJ has the tool to do that, and we're gonna try to do that this week. So here's my dilemma. I found a 99 KX250 on Marketplace for cheap. It looks to be in really good condition. It was rebuilt like 10 hours ago, and I'm not sure what I wanna do, so I wanna ask you guys and see what you think. So as you guys know, I was kinda on the fence about taking this thing on the trails as is with the wheels. I mean, I really didn't want to destroy the Warp 9s on the trails. A lot of you guys said just to run them and not worry about it. Some of you said, dude, don't ruin them, get some stock wheels. I'll just tell you right now, the KX that I'm looking at, I could probably get for $2,200, and then I would have two running bikes with endless parts, and I could use the stock wheels for the trails and keep that one as a woods bike. And then someday, if I ever want to ride motocross, then I can build this one up to ride motocross. Back to this bike. We got suspension, the front master rebuild, the flywheel weight. It has been sitting with fuel in it for a while. We're just gonna run it. It'll probably clear itself out, and if I'm having some issues with bogging, we'll go from there. So I'm not gonna worry about the carburetor for now. Air filter's good. We need to change the gear oil. Coolant's all right. So that's it for now. Second on the list is the KX100. The KX100 has been gone for a long time now here on the channel. Everybody asks about it. I want to get it running. Everybody else wants to see it running, so that's second on the list. Alexis needs a trail bike too, and that's going to be her dedicated trail bike. So what does the KX100 need? I don't know yet, so we just need to tear it down. So I just took the exhaust off. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but there's definitely some scoring. Not looking too good. Hopefully the cylinder is salvageable and we won't need to get it resurfaced. Oh man, gotta love 2 strokes, but who knows? We'll see. Definitely a lot of carbon built up in there. I think we might have been a little low on coolant. Whoops. Man, what in the heck is that? Oh, this is plastic. I didn't realize it. I was wondering why those holes were like that. We good. Alright guys, it's time to pop the cylinder off. I want to put the piston at the bottom of the stroke. There we go. Good news guys, there's like no play at all in the crank. Everything rotates as should, nothing's burned up. I see exactly where it failed. There you have it guys, I'm happy with that. Little over an hour, we got the cylinder pulled, and I've got some good news. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this, but there's just 2 little scoring marks that I can't even catch with my fingernail. So usually they say if you can't catch it with the fingernail, you're good. Honestly, some of it just wiped off with my finger. The exhaust ports look good. It's almost like that ring just popped off and caught the intake port. But yeah, other than those 2 little marks, I think we're good to go, guys. This is the scoring that it has on the intake side. I was looking to see if there's any branding, and I see an ART and just some other numbers, so I'm not sure. This might be the OEM piston. The reeds look really good. Cylinder head's a little burnt. I'll clean that up before I put it back together. Spark plug's got some rust on there. Other than that, the cone looks brown. Check out that air filter, though. Keep up on the maintenance, guys. I think we're just gonna get a set of Wiseco piston and rings and send it. I'll show you guys again. I mean, the condition of the rod looks really good. There is absolutely no up and down play, like at all. There's just a tiny bit of side play. Like I said, that's fine. I remember when my dad and I rebuilt the 250, there was play up and down and side to side. Not significantly up and down, but I've always heard if there's any up and down play, it's time to replace the rod. And that significantly reduces the cost of this rebuild. Couple $100, if that, we'll be running good to go. Let me know what you think about the cylinder. Like I said, I can't even catch it with my fingernail, so I think we're good. I'll have to do some research on how a power valve works because I've never really looked too much into it. But other than that, guys, I'm excited. We'll get it ordered tonight. Hopefully it'll come by the weekend. If not, next week, we'll get this thing going. Throw some fresh gear oil in there, some coolant, fresh gaskets. We should be good to go. 2-stroke! Yeah, boy! I am pumped, man. With these 2 strokes, you don't have to worry about the valves, so it's really straightforward. If we had to dig into the bottom end, it'd be a whole nother story, but we might run into that with the 98, so stay tuned for that. But for those of you that are excited that we got the KX100 tore down, we're getting it rebuilt, make sure you smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you're not already. If you're new to the channel, turn those notifications on. And until tomorrow, I'm hungry. I gotta eat some food, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.